Today's video is going to be a full face of Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild is a affordable, cruelty-free brand, and they have a lot of really good products. So I thought I would share a couple of my favorites with you and do a whole look using products that I really like that you can find at the drugstore for a very good price. So this is the look. It's a very neutral, everyday appropriate look. If you don't like the gold inner corners, I kind of added that at the last minute. You don't have to put that in. You could just do a regular everyday smoky eye. So yeah, if you wanted to see how to get this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so for eyeshadow, what I'm going to do is use the Wet n Wild Au Naturel palette. Sorry for the glare, it's really bright outside. This is in the shade Bare Necessities. It's pretty similar to the Naked palette. You know, it has the same kind of tones, but I think it's still a pretty solid dupe if you're on a budget. Like, the shadows are still good. So the first thing I'm going to do is, using my NYX 16 brush, I'm going to take this shade. Oh, they just have numbers. Okay, I'm gonna take shade number 7, which is these two are the only mattes in the palette. That's one thing I would change. I would add a couple more mattes because it kind of limits your crease colors. Also, don't mind what's going on over here. I had a little accident with my liquid liner and then I ran out of makeup wipe. So I'm waiting to do concealer to clean everything up. But until then, it's gonna look a little bit messy. So I'm just loading my brush with the number 7 shade, and I'm just going to start putting this in my crease and taking it pretty high up because this is gonna be our transition shade. See, like, these shadows are very blendable, but they do have a bit of fallout. So that's one thing to keep in mind. If that bugs you, then don't get this palette. It doesn't bug me because I always do my eyes first anyway, so I would definitely recommend doing your eyes first so you can wipe away any fallout. Except for my case, when you run out of makeup wipes. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the fallout. Next, I'm gonna take a Morphe Y18 brush, which is just a little crease brush, and I'm going to take the color number 8. Number 8? Yes, number 8, and it is the darker matte shade. And I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of this to start with because it is pretty dark. Like, usually I wouldn't use this as a crease shade. I would use like this as an outer corner shade, but we're pretty limited for matte shades in this palette, so I'm going to be very light-handed. And then just going back in with my NYX 16 brush, I'm just going to buff everything out and make sure it's nice and blended. I'm just gonna cut my crease ever so slightly. I mean, I'm still cutting the crease, but I'm not taking it as high as I usually would because I want to keep this decently daytime appropriate. Okay, now that I've layered my concealer down, I'm going to take life is hard. Okay, now that I have my layer of concealer down, I'm going to take this bronze shade that's right beside the gold. This is number 4. And to be completely honest, these two shades look almost identical to me. I don't know what they look like swatched. I haven't swatched both of them side by side, but like, looking at them, they look like, okay, they are different, but like not that different, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you could have gotten away with you putting just one of these in the palette, but the one I'm going to use today is the warmer shade on the bottom there. So I'm just going to apply this to the lid where I put my concealer. And then I'm going to go in with my little Morphe detailer brush, the Y22. I've been really into this brush ever since I got it. And I'm going to mix the dark brown shade number 8 and the black shade number 10. The black shade does have some shimmer in it, like it's like some silver shimmers, but you can't really tell once it's on the eyes. So I'm just gonna mix them, and I'm just going to place this on the outer corner just to add some depth. You don't have to do this step if it's gonna make everything too dark for you for every day, but I would wear this for every day, so just like so. And then I'm gonna go in with the blender brush from Morphe that we used before and just blend everything out. Okay, and then I think I'm going to highlight a little bit. I'm gonna use this Kylie Cosmetics pencil brush Just came in their holiday kit. I don't think it has a number or anything. I'm just gonna go in with the lightest shade, and I'm just gonna highlight with this. Honestly, this shade doesn't really do much. I don't know if you could see a difference. It doesn't really show up on my skin. Maybe it would show up on somebody else's. I don't know. Okay, and that's it for eyeshadow. Now for liner, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. I really like this liner. I use it all the time. It's either this or the Tarte Clay Paint Liner I really like, or the Kat Von D, or the Too Faced Sketch Liner. I know that's a lot, but I kind of rotate between those four. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing because my hand always covers my eye. Hi, Fred. Hi. You want to say hi to the viewers? No. No, he doesn't. He just wants treats. Oh, you're hungry. I think he wants to say hi, so I'm gonna stop my eyeliner so he can say hi. Oh. Oh. Say hi. I'm like squishing his face so that you can actually see him. Oh, now I have fur all over my face. Back to liner. I also now have white hair all over my black top. Fantastic. I should have known. Okay, so I'm gonna do a wing, but for your everyday, if that's not practical, just don't do a wing, you know? So I'm gonna have to clean up this corner right here, but I can do that with concealer. So for mascara, I don't actually have a Wet n Wild mascara because I bought all of these products for this video quite a while ago, and I tested out the mascara. It was the Lash Renegade mascara. It had a little ball at the end, and it was really bad. Like, it was terrible. It did nothing for my lashes. I didn't like it at all, so I ended up getting rid of it because I didn't think I was going to refilm this video. So sorry about that, but if you're thinking about getting the Lash Renegade mascara, don't. It's not very good. I didn't find anyways. So instead I'm just gonna use my Buxom Lash Mascara. This is my favorite currently, so. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to my face before finishing my eyes. That's usually how I do things. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer. I actually love this. I like this a lot more than a lot of high-end primers. So I've been using it for the last month and a half, I'd have to say, and I've been really enjoying it. So I'm just gonna apply it everywhere. I have oily skin, so it kind of mattifies where I want it to mattify, but it doesn't dry my skin out, and it doesn't make my foundation apply weird. My foundation still goes on smoothly. Some mattifying primers are like sticky almost, and it makes the foundation bunch up in some places, and I don't like that. So this is a great option if you have oily skin. Okay, so for foundation, I actually don't have one. I looked everywhere for the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation and concealer, and I can't find them in Canada. So if you are Canadian and you know where I can find the Photo Focus concealer and foundation, I would greatly appreciate it. I might just end up ordering it online and maybe do a foundation review or something, so let me know if you'd be interested in that. So I'm just going to continue with my regular foundation routine, and I'll be right back and we can finish up the face. Okay, so now that my foundation routine is done, I'm just going to finish up the lower lash line really quickly and the inner corners. So for the lower lash line, I'm going to use this number 8 shade on a flat definer brush and just get really close to the lashes, and then I'm going to blend it out with the other matte shade we used, number 7. So with the darkest shade, I really like sticking super close to the lashes, and I'm going to be a little bit light-handed just because this is an everyday look, even though we're going to be applying lashes. Then using this Morphe E18 brush, I'm going in with the lighter crease shade we used, and I'm just going to blend it out. And then for the bottom lashes, I'm just going to apply the Buxom Lash Mascara again. And then for the purposes of this video only, I'm going to apply lashes. I couldn't find any Wet n Wild lashes in store, so I'm going with another affordable brand that are cruelty-free. These are the Ardell Foam Ink number 811 lashes. I need to clean them. It's kind of embarrassing. But of course, if you're using this look for every day, you definitely don't need to add lashes. I'm just doing it because I kind of feel bare without them. The Ardell Foam Ink line is honestly the best ever. I seriously love them. They're super soft and super fluttery and easy to wear. They're not uncomfortable, which is a big thing for me because my eyes really water sometimes with certain lashes, and these don't make my eyes do that. Okay, so the eyes are all done, and now I'm going to move on to the rest of the face. I'm going to go in with a bronzer that has SPF 15 actually. This is the Color Icon bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. It smells good. Kind of, I don't know what it smells like. Maybe it's just sunscreen. I don't know. I thought this was gonna be far too light for me, and it's definitely not a good contour shade. It's a bit too warm, but for bronzer, it's actually very, very pretty. I'll just swatch a little bit on my hand. It's very warm toned, so if you don't like that, then I would recommend not getting this. I think they have other shades, but they were just too dark for me. So I'm going to pick this up on a Morphe Y1 brush, and I'm just going to bronze the face with it. I really didn't think I was going to like this bronzer as much as I do. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it, so if you don't like a glowy look, then also stay away from this. I know they have some good contour palettes if that's more what you're looking for. I haven't tried them personally, but there is that option if you don't like a warmer, shimmery bronzer. You don't have to be as precise with a bronzer like this because it is so light. There's a cat looking at me from the 9th floor. He's so cute. Hi. He's just staring at me. Rye. There's a cat staring at me from the 9th floor. He's just staring into my soul. So I'm also gonna bring this up onto my cheeks a little bit just to really add some warmth. And you know what, just go everywhere. Even with my oily skin though, I kind of do like the shimmer. Usually I try to stay away from any products that are gonna make me look glowy, but I kind of dig it. Okay, so I am bronzed now, and then I'm gonna move on to cheeks. I know I used this in my last video, but that's okay. It's the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Mellow Wine. I do really like this. I just haven't gotten the chance to get more colors, or else I probably would do something different. And I'm gonna use my Morphe Y4 brush, just a small angled brush. That's so pretty. I love this blush. Every time I use it, I'm like, wow, this is better than some high-end ones I've tried. So for highlight, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals. I know they did come out with a bunch of new colors, but I was not able to find those, so I might have to order them online because they released a bunch of colors that would be much more suited to my skin tone. Sorry, I keep staring at that cat. He's so cute. Ugh, I love him. This, I was a little bit scared that it was gonna be too dark for me. It seems to be okay. Even on my hand, it looks a bit too dark. I'm gonna see anyways. I think last time it was fine. So I'm just picking this up on my Real Techniques setting brush. See, on the face, it looks okay. It looks like it's not too dark, but on my hand, it looks way too dark. I don't know why, but it's way easier to see highlight for me on this side than this side. This side just like doesn't show anything ever. I don't know why that is. My best friend, she has a similar skin tone to mine. She was like, really? You can wear this highlighter? And I was like, yeah, it looks okay for some reason. I don't know. Okay, and then lastly, for lips, I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild, I don't even know what this is called. I don't know what the actual like product itself is called. I know it's a matte formula lipstick and it's in the shade Bare It All. So I'm just going to apply this because we're doing nude today. I'm not being very careful. Honestly, this formula's a little dry. I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, so this formula, I don't know. First of all, the shape of the lipstick I don't really like. It's more like the shape of a bomb and I can't really get like precise lines with it, so it's kind of annoying. The formula, it feels okay, but if I'm gonna go for something drying, I might as well go for a long wearing liquid lipstick. What? You're interrupting. I'm trying to film, man. Stop talking. So yeah, like I was saying, if I'm gonna go for a matte lip, I might as well go for something super long wearing if they're both gonna be equally as drying. So I might just put this gloss over top of it. This is just the Mega Slicks clear gloss. It's not gonna change the color at all, so I might as well just put a gloss over top. I don't know. I've kind of been into glossier lips anyways as I go and drop it. Okay, that feels way better. I just put it on with my finger because I didn't want to ruin the lip gloss. You know how they're clear and then when you put them over tops of something they're not so clear anymore and they get really gross, so I didn't want that to happen. Okay, so one more thing that I actually forgot to do that I wanted to was take this third gold shade down, and I'm just going to put it on the inner corners just because I feel like it, and I feel like it might make things a little more interesting. Of course, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I'm gonna take it on just this Kylie Cosmetics pencil brush again. It just adds something a little different. You know, usually you put your light champagne shade in the inner corner. Ow, I just jabbed myself in the eye. I did that yesterday too. Okay, and this is the completed look. I'll zoom you in a little bit so you can see how it turned out. I really like how the eyes turned out, actually. It's a really pretty look. I think it's perfect for every day. If you're not feeling the inner corners, you can always just not do that part. I think that the bronzer is really pretty for every day as well because there's not heavy contouring. It's more just a light bronzy glow. And then the highlight isn't too crazy either. Nothing's too crazy in this look. So yeah, that completes this video. I tried to do something a little more affordable. I typically use more expensive high-end products because cruelty-free is really hard to find at the drugstore. But I found it, and I found some good things, and I really hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what kind of videos you would like to see next, and I will see you next time. Bye!